Hi Aquarius, and welcome to eclipse season. I have a couple of announcements. I'm going to have all of this timestamped down below. That incense is too much. Sorry. Welcome to all of the new viewers and new subscribers that have found this channel in the last month. This has really kind of blown me away, just how fast this channel has grown. I created this channel in early May, but I really didn't start posting anything until mid to late May. And from there, it has kind of taken on a life of its own. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it, and my heart is just so full of gratitude. We are going to be undergoing or experiencing a rare eclipse season, Aquarius, and you are starting it off for us. We are going to be having 3 eclipses. We're normally used to having them come in pairs. An eclipse season at the early part of the year and an eclipse season towards the later part of the year. Eclipse season is known by astrologers as the thinning of the veil. Eclipses put you back on the path that you should be on. Sometimes it's a gentle placement, other times it pulls you along kicking and screaming, and even other times it can feel like you have been jerked by a bungee cord. The impacts can last up to 6 months, sometimes longer, just depends on what happens. For example, I got bungee cord yanked onto this path that I'm on right now because of the October 2014 blood moon eclipse. Just 2 days after that, my house caught on fire in the middle of the night, and I lost everything. My fire alarms failed, and it was due to no real negligence of my own. It was my neighbor's situation. The wind just happened to be blowing my way. So it was really sad. It's a very sad situation. Staring down my 2-year anniversary of survival. But enough about me. I was just trying to highlight the idea that I still suffer impacts from that fire, and it's been almost 2 years. So it really does depend on what happens. Because this full moon lunar eclipse is occurring in your sign, Aquarius, this can be very traumatic for you. Just breathe. Understand that you're being put back on the path that you need to be on. The last lunar eclipse that we had was in March. It was March 23rd, 2016, and we had it at 3 degrees of Libra. This is going to be a prenumbral eclipse, which is where the sun, the moon, and earth are aligned in almost a straight line. This eclipse is occurring at 25 degrees of Aquarius. Aquarius is a fixed air sign, so this will be a fixed air energy type full moon eclipse. Fixed signs are known for being goal-oriented or determined, or on the not-so-sweet side, being inflexible or stubborn. I looked up the word fixed, and it comes from the Latin word fixus, and it means to latch onto or to fasten. The 25 degrees Aquarius Sabian symbol reads, "A butterfly with the right wing more perfectly formed." Sabian symbols were created in 1925 by a clairvoyant named Elsie Wheeler, and they're used to represent 0 to 30 degrees of the astrological signs throughout the zodiac wheel. So, I think I've covered all of my announcements. I'm going to transition over to the astrology and then the tarot. I'm going to do a regular card spread for you. If any extra cards fall, I will read them. I'm going to pull a healing and meditation oracle card for you, and also a sacred rebels oracle card for you, because I want to give you as much information as I can to empower you and enlighten this path for you, Aquarius. So once again, thank you so much for being here. I'm very, very humbled that you spent some time to listen to me ramble about the stars and how they might be affecting you. Thank you so much for being here. Hang tight. I'll be right back. Hi, Aquarius. This is your astrology for the second half of August. On the 18th, we will be experiencing a full moon lunar eclipse in your sign, Aquarius, at 25 degrees. This is your first house. The first house is ruled by Aries. It is the personality, physical body, and appearance. It is the physical embodiment of who you are and how people see you. Lunar eclipses are known for culminations or endings or resolutions. So understand that there may be a ending very near and dear to you, but it is opening up for more energy to come in. You have to have an ending so you can have a beginning. That's the way it goes. On the 21st, we have a pretty powerful energy playing out in your third house. We have the moon will then be in Aries, and that will be conjunct the planet Uranus and the planetoid Eris. So the word conjunct basically means an amplification of the energies that are already present. So we'll have the moon in an amplified response type energy, because the moon is your response or intuition or feeling. Uranus is the planet that represents change, liberation, and rebellion. It also speaks to shocks and surprises. And Eris is best known as Xena Warrior Princess. It's really a good way to think of it. I'm going to have a video down below in the description where I speak about Uranus and Eris a little bit more in depth. So I encourage you to go watch that after you're done with this video. This will be this energy will be occurring for you in your third house. The third house is ruled by Gemini, and it represents communication, short distance journeys, siblings, cousins, and neighbors. So you may have a pretty dramatic response to a sibling, a cousin, or a neighbor, or you may have a dramatic response to some form of communication coming your way. Communication can also be driving. Communication also covers your technological devices. It also covers your vehicles. So just be careful with all of that type of stuff. On the very next day, we have the sun moving into Virgo, which is your 8th house. The sun represents self-expression, assertion, will. It's your life force energy. And the 8th house speaks to life, death, rebirth, other people's money, sexuality, primal or basic instinct, regeneration, transformation, and metamorphosis. So that's a lot that will have the sunlight shining on that. So it'll be interesting. And I'll tell you why towards the end of the month. But on the 24th, it's like we have the full moon, and then boom, boom, just right after it, 2 more big, powerful things occurring. The first happening on the 21st, and then this. On the 24th, we have Mars and Saturn conjunct at 9 degrees Sagittarius in your 11th house. So, 9 degrees of Sagittarius is where the fixed star in Taurus is, and that is a malevolent fixed star. It's a bad juju, bad juju. I don't want to put negative energy out there, but I do want to empower you with the information that I've dug up about the different stars. There will be a video link down below speaking about Taurus. I encourage you to go listen to that as well after this video. Mars, because this is a conjunction, it will be amplified energy between Mars and Saturn. Mars is the planet that represents energy, impulse, and aggression, and Saturn represents limitation, structure, and containment. This is going to be occurring in your 11th house, which is ruled by you, Aquarius. But it speaks to friendships, groups, memberships, associations that you may belong to, future wishes, goals, bucket list type energy. On the 29th, we have Venus going into Libra. Venus loves moving into Libra. This is one of her homes in the sky. She rules Taurus and Libra. This is your 9th house, Aquarius. The 9th house is ruled by Sagittarius, which speaks to long-distance trips, adventures or questing, higher education, religion, philosophy, or legal system matters. And the very next day, we have Mercury, the planet of communication, thought, and movement, going retrograde at 29 degrees of Virgo in your 8th house, Aquarius, and that is the house ruled by Scorpio. Life, death, rebirth, sexuality, primal instinct or basic instinct, other people's money, regeneration, metamorphosis, transformation, sexuality. So you'll be having a reevaluation period during the Mercury retrograde in that house. So pay attention to what's going on now, because that will flavor what is going on for you in the Mercury retrograde, because we are now in Mercury shadow. Yay. So that's what's going on for you in the sky Aquarius, once again, this full moon lunar eclipse is occurring in your sign, so it will be very, very powerful for you. You'll be very emotional. Just try to be very kind to yourself and be very calm, or as calm as you can. Breathe, baby, breathe. But I'm going to shift over to the tarot and see what other messages I can bring forth for you, so just hang tight and I'll be right back. Thanks, y'all. Hey Aquarius, I'm back with the cards. I've been shuffling and meditating, asking for the general messages for my Aquarius friends for this full moon in August. Watch your road rage. I see that possibly being an issue for you. Or communication in general. The way you're speaking or the way that you're communicating will be quite fierce. And it's going to be a response, so it's like you'll be triggered. Alright. The bottom card for the overarching theme or the underlying energy. The top three for clarity. Got the Healing and Meditation Oracle deck. I'm going to shuffle now and ask for the message that needs to come for Aquarius for this August full moon eclipse. Alright. Also going to pull a Sacred Rebels Oracle card for y'all. For my Aquarius friends for this, there we go, August full moon. Y'all are the first sign that has not had an extra card pop. It's not a bad thing. It just means it's to the point, right? Okay. You got two major arcana cards. You write down these numbers for the numerology purposes. Alright, y'all. The underlying theme or the overarching energy that you got was the Tower, and this is no surprise because this full moon lunar eclipse is occurring for you in your first house, so things are going to feel very much like this, but don't freak out. Let's break this card down. This is the 26th card of the major arcana. 2 plus 6 is 8. You are having 8th house energy. That is where the sun will be moving in on the 22nd, and on the 30th, Mercury will be going retrograde. But whatever's going on right now, if you're watching this video at the release date, whatever is occurring for you right now in that 8th house energy is going to flavor what you're going to be dealing with during the Mercury retrograde. 8th house energy is life, death, rebirth, primal or basic instinct, other people's money, regeneration, transformation, metamorphosis, and sexuality. The majority black round card makes me want to tell you that it is always darkest before dawn, and that is especially the case with this full moon lunar eclipse. the clouds in the background also make me want to tell you that there is silver lining in this situation that you can glean, that it will take a while, but it is there. It just takes a shift of perspective to see it. It's taken me almost, well, it took me the better part of a year to see the silver lining of what happened with my situation. This lightning bolt up here definitely could be speaking to that third house energy that you'll be dealing with Uranus because of the shocks and surprises. Now let's look at the Tower as a major arcana card. The Tower as a major arcana card represents the planet Mars, and the planet Mars is going to be conjunct with Saturn at 9 degrees in Sagittarius in your 11th house. And the 11th house is ruled by you, Aquarius. The 11th house speaks to friendships, groups, memberships, associations, future wishes, goals, dreams, bucket list type energy. And this is where Antares will be going on as well. And Antares is a very malevolent planet, or a very malevolent fixed star, not planet. It's called the Heart of the Scorpion, and because this is centering around it, I'm going to give you a little bit of what it talks about. Having Antares in the mix can speak to having a danger of fatality. This fatality can be through fire. It can be through act of war, which could be gunfire or murder, that sort of thing, act of war, or act of law where you die as a means of death penalty because of the state, or somebody decides to execute you for some reason. I don't want to be like that, and Lord knows I hope and pray none of that will even impact you, but I'm giving you the energy of what Antares is. I had Saturn with a asteroid called Kali, the goddess of destruction, and Antares transit over my ascendant the night of my house fire. So this is a pretty potent card. Mars represents action, energy, impulse, and aggression. It represents a crisis point, and this looks like a pretty crisis-filled card. You're going to feel like the rug has been pulled from under your feet. You're going to feel head over feet. You're going to feel very confused. It may take you a little while to get your bearings. Like I said, this is a full moon lunar eclipse in your sign, so it's going to be pretty traumatic feeling for you. And every other card you got has cups in it. Now, the second card that you got, the first card of the top three for clarity, let me put it like that, is Temperance upright, which is another major arcana card. So you are starting off this reading with a major arcana, and you're ending with a major arcana. So, it seems fitting for what's going on for y'all. Temperance is, especially in the upright, a situation talking about the need for balance and harmony, and a need for finding equilibrium. Temperance is the 14th card. The 1 + 4 is 5, and that speaks to the 5th house, which is ruled by Leo, and that governs pleasures, social life, creativity, and children. As the major arcana, let's look at it. Temperance represents Sagittarius, which once again is dealing with that Mars and Saturn conjunct in Sagittarius, going back to the 11th house. You're going to need balance in your 11th house. That's dealing with friends, groups, associations that you may belong to, future wishes, goals, dreams, bucket list type energy. The fact that there's an angel here being the first card in the top three for clarity, just be very careful. around electricity, around fire, in your car. All of this energy can play out in any of those areas, and I would rather give you this information and have you be like, girl, why did you have me worrying, than not empower you with it. I would have given anything for someone to have given me this kind of heads up for what was coming my way. I would have given anything. But there's, like I said, every card except for the Tower has cups in it, and there's 2 cups right here trying to find balance. The middle card is the 6 of Cups, and this for me is a happy card. It's not a charity card, but it's having enough for you and for another to share with another without feeling the lack of sharing. So, like I said, it's not charity, but it's a sharing card for me. The 6, it is the 6 of Cups. The 6 speaks to the 6th house, which is, it is ruled by Virgo, but it is the house of work and health, or the skills and competency that you bring to the services that you provide. You need to find balance in your work, your friends and work. The last card you got was the 7 of Cups in reverse. And this could be you, this could be somebody else. I want to say that this is you because of all of the different, this energy shift that's coming to you because of the lunar eclipse is going to open a lot of doors. It's going to close some too. That's the part of it. You've got abundance of choices and are having a hard time narrowing it down. The cup sign, or the cups, represent water signs for me, and the water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. It does not have to be their sun sign. It can be their moon or their rising, and this may be of some importance to you. The fact that it's in reverse, it is my don't count your chickens before your eggs hatch. It's a very southern country bumpkin, I know, but not only do you have an abundance, but you think you have more than you actually do, and you aren't taking into account what could be taken away or eclipsed out of your life because of this full moon lunar eclipse. And it may be because you didn't plan on this being eclipsed out, which is why the Tower is so traumatic for you in the upright in the final resulting card. Don't lean on alcohol. With all these cups, it makes me think of drinking. Don't go to the liquor cabinet right now. It's not a good time for you. You won't be making the best decisions. And right now is a decision-making time for you. And don't expect those who you have helped in the past to be able to come and help you at this point. Don't have those kind of expectations because they just might not be able to. And it sucks to hear, but once again, this is coming from somebody who's experienced a lot of the stuff that you are probably going to be experiencing very soon. The card spread totaled up to 51. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 speaks to the house of work and health, or the competency and skills that you bring to the services that you provide. This could be a shock in work or a shock in health. If not for you, someone close to you, and it impacts you on a very personal level because of this first house energy. The healing and meditation card that you got, the healing and meditation oracle card that you got is sleep. I love it when this card comes up because when I was in high school, when I was a senior in high school, my English 4 teacher had all of us write our perfect death scenario in an essay form. It was morbid, but it was totally up my little Scorpio riser's alley. And I wrote about going to sleep and just never waking up. Going to sleep and having the most peaceful sleep ever and just never waking up. So, kind of like my sleep. I've got Neptune late in my first house, so yeah, I dig it. You may be feeling very, very tired, which also makes a lot of sense because of this eclipse energy. You may not be able to sleep. And you may be trying to have a nightcap or two because you're trying to sleep. Don't do that. Just do some yoga, take a hot bath, drink some herbal tea. Sleep reads, practicing meditation and deep breathing will help you achieve a deep state of relaxation, which in turn encourages sleep and energy renewal. So lie down and let the following thoughts flow through your mind. I am very still and within myself. I am aware of every part of my body. I feel my body's contact with the mattress beneath me. I can let go and feel no pain. Try this gentle meditation in a reclining posture to help you get to sleep, especially if you're in pain. If you're restless at night, it may help to leave the bedroom and meditate elsewhere before going back to bed. That's also just really good advice in general. If you're having a hard time sleeping, don't just lay there and toss in bed. Get up. And then when you feel tired, go back to bed. The longer you stay in bed and you fight for sleep, it won't come. The Sacred Rebels Oracle card that stood at attention for you was Bring It to Form. It is the card number 41. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 is a Leo-ruled house that speaks to pleasures, creativity, children, and social life. It's going to be an extreme close-up. Prepare yourself. Do you see all of those, like, lightning bugs? Them fireflies? Lord, I bet that sounds country. Fireflies that are springing up from this path. It's almost like it's lighting the way. What I love about this card is that it is the embodiment of what you're going through, a solitary, singular journey to find your new path, the path that you're supposed to be on. And it probably won't be lit up with actual fireflies or lightning bugs, but if you get still enough within yourself, you'll know when you're doing it. When things are synchronistically falling into place for you, that's the universe nodding along in agreement, saying, yes, this is where you're supposed to keep going. So, when you get those little lightning bugs or them fireflies of synchronicity, acknowledge them and keep going towards that path. Bring it into form just in itself definitely speaks to creativity. Let's see what the guidebook wants to say. You are being asked to honor yourself with a commitment to complete your inspired tasks. This will help you to grow, and that is a wonderful reason to commit. But there's another reason too. You know that your inspired ideas are worth translating into practical forms so that other people can access them and experience something special too. The universe loves a bold spirit. Once you take a step, it will rush towards you like an enthusiastic and chivalrous lover, opening doors. hand gently guiding at your back as you are moved forward. You will be promptly provided with all that is needed to take the next step. There is a sacrifice inherent in translating the perfection of the idea into the physical form. Although something must be lost when turning a multi-dimensional concept of endless potential into something concrete, this oracle guides you to realize that there is much more to be gained. You must become free of this inspiration so that you can receive your next inspiration. This oracle also confirms that the information you need to translate your ideas into form will be provided according to the higher wisdom of life. It may or may not happen by traditional routes. Even if it seems unimaginable, when it is time for something to be born into form, nothing can stop it. It will happen. It is meant to be. Well, that's pretty powerful for an ending for a full moon lunar eclipse reading, especially when it's happening in your sign. To bring it into form, that creation energy is begging to be unleashed within you, and the only way that you're going to find any more new inspiration is to complete your unfinished tasks. So, Aquarius, I hope that this reading was enlightening for you. I hope that it empowered you in some way. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you've already done that, thank you so much. To the new viewers and the new subscribers, I appreciate you being here. And to the people who's been here for a while, thanks for sitting a spell. I appreciate you kicking it. I hope that this full moon is empowering for you. I hope that it brings you back to the path that you need to be on, and I hope that you embrace it boldly. Don't be afraid. With every new growth cycle, there has to be endings that come with it. Just understand that there is some pretty powerful energy that is going through you this month, and you'll be feeling it for a few months to come. So please, be kind to yourself. Be kind to others, because we're experiencing this too. It's just hitting in different areas of our charts. Employ your self-care measures. Do what you need to do for your sanity, but also understand that you're going to have to be accountable for what you do as well. So, take care of yourself, Aquarius. I hope that you have a wonderful full moon. I'll see you in September for the eclipses and the lunations. Take care, y'all, and namaste.